Hey, so I hope that you enjoyed those really quick tutorials about different ways to breathe life back into your puff. I know it can get tedious and boring, especially when you're either have a TWA or you're kind of at that in-between stage, and for the winter when you're trying to protect your ends and not have your ends brushing up against your clothes. I know, like, just rocking a puff can get a little bit old, but I wanted to leave you with a few tips on some things that if I left out of the video, or just to further explain. One, if you couldn't tell, like, literally these styles can be done in a matter of minutes. If they took longer than 5, I would be really surprised. Because they're just, in my opinion, just so simple to do. Like, every style that I did, I've done for work, and I've had like 5 minutes to do it. One trick that I highly recommend is to style your hair before you actually kind of start getting dressed, or to pre-style it, if you want to call it like that. So essentially, put it up in the puff, put the gel, water, and stuff on it, and then just tie it up with your scarf. And while you are showering and getting dressed, it can start setting, and your edges can really be slick and smooth by the time you leave the house. Also, if you get in the shower without, a shower cap or anything on, the steam will create some moisture and will help fluff up your hair if it's been smushed from sleeping overnight. So you can do that to try to spring some life back into your hair. And also, it adds moisture. The steam from the shower is water, and water is a natural's friend, and so it's going to add moisture to your hair as well. So when you get out to kind of finish styling it and put it in place and that sort of thing, you won't need much moisturizer. You may only just feel like you need to seal your ends with some sort of oil to be able to do that. You can definitely finish all of these hairstyles off with any sort of oil sheen or oil spritz or whatever mix of oils that you want to do. Now, obviously brushes are optional. I know there's some naturals that only do finger. Even slicking down your edges is, optional. Some, don't. And depending on how you've worn your hair, your edges may already be straight enough for you. So, once again, that is optional. Obviously, you can adorn these hairstyles with barrettes, with flowers, with, whatever you choose to do in that regard. Especially the ones when I did the twist, you can always, secure the twist with some sort of cutesy little barrette or tie or something like that. So, yeah, I hope this helps. Please leave your comments below. If I didn't explain something right, or if it looked confusing, feel free to leave me questions below. Let me see if there's anything about the ingredients I want to say. No, just use whatever, gels, but it's very important for you to moisturize your hair before you start styling. So definitely you want to do that with your spray bottle or with your moisture mix or what have you. So you want to do that before you, get started styling your hair. I encourage you to try this maybe, for 5 days to see how many of these styles you can rock and how long it takes you. If you looked at one of my videos, I don't remember which one it was, but I talked about, I think it was natural hair in the workplace actually, so this is a good little video for that. I talk about practicing and perfecting your styles, and that's why it's so easy for me to manipulate and to do these styles, because I practiced them and I've practically perfected them. There are very few days when I do one of these hairstyles that it doesn't look decent and I don't get compliments on it. Really, for the side buns and different things, all it is how you position and how you slide your tie, and you can do that any number of ways. You can also, all of the styles with the front, whether it's this side pump front, or side pump first, front, or a center, or what have you, your actual puff can be anywhere. It can be lower, it can be higher, it can be smaller, terms of tighter, more ponytail-like, or it can be bigger. I mean, it can be to the side. You know, you have lots of options. So don't get kind of stuck into just pulling it back and that's it. I hope that this showed you that in a matter of minutes you can have something that's quick and easy but cute at the same time and will be a little bit different than just a regular puff. Nose is itching. Alright, so leave your comments and questions and any sort of suggestions below. I hope all is well with you. Take care and be blessed. I'm going to bed now. Deuces.